It's a road thousands of people travel every day, a simple highway connecting to modern German cities. But if you're paying close attention, you might notice something strange. As you cross an invisible line somewhere between the towns of Hof and Bayreuth, the architecture of the villages subtly shifts. The roof pitches become steeper, the plasterwork on the houses changes color, and even the dialect you hear at a roadside gas station softens. There's no checkpoint, no sign, no fence. Yet for decades, this was the front line of the Cold War, the border between East and West Germany. It vanished from the map over 30 years ago, but if you know how to look, the ghost of the Iron Curtain is still there, etched into the very landscape. This phenomenon isn't unique. All over the world, borders that haven't existed for centuries still whisper their presence, shaping everything from our wealth to our words. These lingering divisions are what we call ghost borders. They are the phantom limbs of fallen empires and forgotten kingdoms. Lines on a map that were erased by history but whose impression was pressed so deeply into the lives of people that they never truly faded. To see them, we need to become cartographic detectives, using technology to peel back the layers of time. By overlaying historical maps from the treaties of the 17th century to the administrative divisions of the 19th onto modern satellite imagery and economic data, a hidden world emerges. The past doesn't just inform the present. In a very real way, it's still lying right beneath the surface, guiding the flow of money, people, and power. One of the most powerful examples of this long shadow is found in the legacy of the Ottoman Empire. When the empire collapsed after World War I, its vast territory was carved up by European powers into the modern states of the Middle East. But if we superimpose the old Ottoman administrative districts, the vilayets, onto a map of today's economic development, a startling pattern appears. The borders between these centuries-old provinces often align perfectly with sharp divides in modern nightlight satellite imagery, a key indicator of economic activity. Even more telling, demographic surveys show that trust levels between communities are significantly lower along these long-dead administrative lines, the imperial bureaucracy of the Ottomans, designed for tax collection and control, inadvertently created cultural and economic fault lines that continue to influence the region's stability and development today. This long-lasting memory of geography is perhaps most brutally evident in Africa. The famous map of the 1884 Berlin Conference, where European powers drew straight lines across a continent they knew little about, is a textbook example of arbitrary border marking. But the damage went deeper than just the international boundaries. Within their new colonies, the French, British, Germans, and Belgians established internal administrative zones, often exploiting existing ethnic divisions or creating new ones for their own divide and rule policies. Today, even though these internal borders have been gone for generations, they continue to shape destiny. Researchers can draw a startlingly accurate map of a former colony's modern road network, electrical grid, and school locations simply by looking at the old colonial administrative maps. The infrastructure built to serve an extractive empire became the skeleton of a new nation, locking in patterns of development and isolation that perpetuate inequality decades after independence. The influence of these phantom lines isn't always about economics or infrastructure. Sometimes, it's about the very words we speak. Across Europe, isogloss is the lines on a map that mark the boundaries of linguistic features, often follow the borders of medieval kingdoms and duchies that haven't existed for half a millennium. A slight change in pronunciation for a single word, or the use of a different grammatical structure, can precisely trace the outline of a territory that was ruled by a different prince in the year 1400. The border is gone, but it continues to police language, a testament to how deeply historical administrative boundaries can shape cultural identity and create enduring communities of communication. So, what are we to make of these persistent phantoms? They tell us that history is not a series of events we leave behind, but a force that continues to sculpt our world. A treaty signed in 1648, a colonial decision made in 1884, or a wall that fell in 1989. Their physical presence may be gone, but their imprint remains. They shape where roads are built, where investment flows, and how communities see each other. Understanding these ghost borders is more than an academic exercise. It's a key to understanding the underlying currents of modern conflict, cooperation, and identity. The lines on our current maps are just the top layer. Beneath them lies a palimpsest of forgotten divisions. And if we want to navigate the present, we must learn to read the shadows of the past.